The purpose of these lessons is to show you the logic behind the most basic Chinese characters, beginning with the simplest pictograms, and later combining these elements to create more complex characters. This lesson is a continuation of Lesson 83, based on zhao, the character reviewed here. It's composed of a steamer below a ceramic jar filled with wine. Two hands at the top are using a knife to pry open the lid from the jar. It depicted a ritual to attract one's ancestral spirits using the scent of wine. This intricate character was simplified in ancient times by eliminating everything but the knife, dao, as phonetic above the mouth of the wine jar, kou. Over time, the ancient ritual of invoking one's ancestors was lost, and this character came to mean to attract, summon, greet, or welcome guests or travelers. All of today's 5 characters are related to this concept in some way. As I mentioned at the end of the previous lesson, the Chinese are known for their hospitality, especially toward visitors from afar. This basic character, zhao, suggests this scenario. A host and his guest introduce themselves, exchange gifts, share a pot of wine, and offer endless toasts for an enduring friendship. Today's first character alludes just to this situation by adding a silk radical to indicate the hoped-for continuation of this new friendship. It's pronounced fourth tone, shao, shao. The ancient meaning was to splice 2 broken strands of silk into one single thread, which in turn came to symbolize the cementing of ties between newfound friends. The most common phrase containing this character combines it with jie, jie shao, literally to come between and join the threads. In English, this can translate as to introduce or recommend someone or something. 堂哥向我们介绍了他的女友. Our cousin introduced his girlfriend to us. 你可以介绍一个好的水电工吗? Could you recommend a good plumber? 那个猪头脑把介绍信搞丢了. That idiot lost his letter of introduction. 请你来介绍一下今天的题目好吗? Would you please give a little introduction to today's topic? 他的介绍草草了事，显然不怎么重要. His rushed introduction was clearly not very important. Sponsoring a person to join a club or political party is also expressed by 介绍. 她是我介绍入会的. I sponsored her to become a member. 他是我入党的介绍人. He was my sponsor for party membership. The second character in this lesson is less common, but again is based on zhao plus the sun radical. It's pronounced first tone, zhao, zhao, and means bright, luminous, or obvious as an adjective, and as a verb it means to show or display, literally to make something bright and obvious in full daylight. My Chinese dictionary explains that zhao was chosen as the phonetic because it means to call out, to throw one's voice so that others may hear, just as this new character means to throw bright sunlight on something so that others may see. That might sound far-fetched, but traditional Chinese dictionaries usually attempt to give a plausible reason for the semantic contribution of any phonetic elements. Anyway, as I said, this character is somewhat less common, and our 600-word total vocabulary up to now is still too limited to give a proper sentence. So I only have the phrase for to exonerate or rehabilitate, 昭雪. The use of snow, 雪, as a verb means to clean or wipe away a blot or smudge, make it white as snow again, which explains the combination with 昭, meaning to restore one's original reputation. 得到昭雪, to be exonerated or rehabilitated. It was necessary to introduce 昭 because it's the phonetic for our next, much more useful character depicting a flaming torch for illumination. The torch was eventually replaced by the four-dot fire radical 火 underneath the phonetic 昭. The new combination is pronounced fourth tone, 照, 照. As the original torch suggested, this character means to cast a bright light upon, as if directing the beam of a flashlight at something. 照亮 is the phrase for to illuminate, shine a light on. 月光照亮了森林里的小木屋. Moonlight shone down on a little cabin in the woods. 一道道闪电照亮了云层. Streaks of lightning lit up the cloud layer. The correct term for lighting, in the sense of illuminating a room, is 照明. 室内几乎全都用电照明. Indoor lighting is almost entirely electric. The word photograph literally means light recording, which originally recorded on film the light reflected off a subject. In Mandarin, this is rendered as 照相 or 照个相, illuminating the form or the shape of a subject. 我照相技术向来不好. My photography skills have never been good. 我们大家来照个相好不好? Let's everybody come take a picture together, okay? A camera would logically be 照相机, often shortened to just 相机. 那两架照相机你肯定买不起. You definitely cannot afford those two cameras. Notice the measure word for a camera is 架. Another verb for taking a photograph or shooting a film is 拍, thought to be reminiscent of the sound of that explosive poof of burning magnesium powder used to provide the flash of light needed for illumination. 拍 combines with 照, 拍照, for the complete expression. 你的照相机使用起来不好拍照. Your camera isn't easy to take pictures with. 在室内拍照时可用闪光. When taking photos indoors, the flash may be used. 他计划为我们全家拍照. He plans to take our family photograph for us. 你可以用昨天购买的相机拍照. You can use the camera you bought yesterday to take pictures. Since 照 means to illuminate or throw light on the path in front, one naturally follows this lighted area to avoid obstacles. For this reason, 照 also means to follow or according to. somewhat akin to the English expression in light of this or in view of this. 你照直走，就会看到清真寺。Keep going straight, and you'll see the mosque. Literally, follow the straight path in front of you. 照我看，你最好不要过问此事。If you ask me, you should avoid bringing the matter up. In other words, according to my lights, or by my lights, you should avoid this. 你照我的意思讲，就不会连累别人。Say it the way I just told you, and you won't implicate anyone else. Directly translated, it means, say it according to my idea. 照我的理解，你另有高就，是吗？ From what I gather, you've got another job lined up, right? Word for word, it means, according to my understanding. 照你这样说，会招惹不必要的口角。If you say it like that, you're asking for needless argument. 照理说，男友的无情会使他死心。Theoretically, her partner's callousness should shatter any illusions she had about him. 照说，他这个人没有什么可取的。As a rule, this kind of person has few redeeming qualities. Literally, according to what is usually said, what most people say about this kind of person. 照说，我比他大一轮，面子当然大一些啊。Ordinarily, being much older than he is means my reputation should be of greater importance. The expression 照样 means to pattern after. Do something in the same way or as usual. 这几天会照样下雨。It will continue to rain like this for the next few days. 无论你说他什么，他照样我行我素。No matter what you say to him, he'll keep doing it his way. 没有手机，我照样过得去。Without a cell phone, I can get along just as well. 你不跟我在一起，我照样过得很好。I'll get along just fine without you, just like before. 他以为没有我，他照样可以生活。He thinks he can go on living as before without me. 你我死了，世上的人也照样生活下去。When you and I are dead and gone, the human race will go on living as before. 照看 is one way to say take care of or look after. Notice that 看 is first tone here, as in 看家。我们不在的时候，他来照看猫。When we're away, she takes care of the cat. 照看他一小会儿，我马上就回来。Keep an eye on her for a few minutes. I'll be right back. 请你们照看一下我们的东西，好吗？ Would you please watch over our things for a moment? 当我不在家时，你能照看我的花草吗？ Could you take care of my plants while I'm away from home? More useful and more common than 照看 is the phrase 关照, also meaning to look after or keep an eye on, which is similar in construction to 关心, to show one's concern toward a person or situation. 我爸爸很会关照人。My dad is really good at taking care of people, making them feel at home. 从我来到这里之后，他就一直关照我。Ever since I came here, he's always looked after me. 我的朋友会好好关照你们的。My friend will see to all your needs. 您那么关照，我们当然要卖力工作。You take such good care of us that we naturally want to work hard for you. 我妈妈必须坐轮椅，请多关照关照她。My mother needs to use a wheelchair, so please look after her for me. 你不必怕买不起，我会时常关照你的需要。You needn't worry about the cost. I'll regularly see to your needs. A second meaning of 关照 is to notify someone verbally. You can tell from the context which meaning is intended. 我关照过你把车子挪走。I've already informed you to move your car. 有人关照我，要我小心他。I've been told to be wary of him. 你走的时候，请关照一下。Please let me know when you're ready to go. 他关照我们说，你会赴法国了解真相。He notified us that you were leaving for France to find out the truth of the matter. Notice that 说 is often used in conjunction with 关照 for this meaning of notify verbally. 大使夫人关照我说，她要出国去1个月。The ambassador's wife informed me she was going abroad for 1 month. Without a light source, 照, nothing is visible to the eye. This is why 照 implies something opposite being illuminated, giving us the expression 照面, meaning come face to face or to meet. 他垂头往下看了池里的水，用以照面。She lowered her head to see her reflection in the pool of water. 我下班取车时，常常跟她照面。I often run into her when getting my car after work. Literally, come face to face with her. 那是小刘的堂哥，我们打过照面了。你好。That's 小刘's cousin. We've already met. Hello. There are 3 people in this situation. Me, my companion, and 小刘's cousin who is approaching. We know be from lesson 68, showing 2 things side by side, which is useful when making comparisons. Now we have the combination 比照, literally, in the light of this, in accordance with this. 我们可以比照其他工厂来起草计划。We can draft our plan along the lines of procedures used by other factories. 本家的卫生比照最为上等的餐厅。Our hygiene standards are in accordance with those of the best restaurants. Let me repeat what I said before. Without a light source, 照, nothing is visible. This light source allows us to confirm the existence of something because we can see it. Add to that the connotation of in accordance with, and we have the Chinese expression for a license or a certificate, proving the existence of a skill or aptitude, or the legal authorization to do something such as travel abroad or drive a car. 驾照 is the abbreviated term for a driving or driver's license. 我能不能看看你的驾照？ May I see your driver's license? 他因为超速又无驾照，吃了重罚金。He got a hefty fine for speeding and driving without a license. 我找不到驾照，丢了就完了。I can't find my driving license. If I've lost it, I'm done for. 看了你驾照上的生日，我真的无法相信。Looking at your date of birth on your driver's license, I simply cannot believe my eyes. In official terminology, abbreviations are always possible, as in 无照驾驶, driving without a license. The fourth character in this lesson pairs the movement radical with 照 phonetic. It's pronounced second tone, 调, 调, and means far away. My official Chinese dictionary explains the combination this way. The basic meaning of 照 is to call out to someone at a distance. Likewise, this new character, 调, means to travel to a distant place. Hence, 照 serves as both the semantic and phonetic components. 调 is most often encountered in the phrase 千里迢迢, meaning to come from far away, literally 1,000 li away. Here are 3 sentences. 为了跟女朋友在一起，他千里迢迢到中国来。He's traveled from far away to join his girlfriend in China. 我千里迢迢从国外赶来，看妈妈的最后一面。I rushed thousands of miles from outside the country to see my mother one last time. 很多人千里迢迢赶过来看出名的大夫。Many people come from far away to see this famous doctor. And finally, our 5th character, also taking 照 as its phonetic element, this time pronounced first tone, 雕, 雕. This character represents the weasel family, including the mink, sable, ferret, ermine, and marten. Chinese will add another character to differentiate the species. For example, 水貂 for mink, 黑貂 for sable, 雪貂 for ferret, and so forth. My trusty Chinese dictionary explains the phonetic this way. 照 means to call out quickly to someone at a distance before they disappear. And weasels scamper quickly, far up, and disappear into a tall tree in fright at your approach. A bit of a stretch, but hey, if it helps to recall the character, why not use it? We don't have sufficient vocabulary just yet to create a normal sentence with this family of animals, but we will in our next lesson, lesson 85, based on the character for skin and animal pelts. Here is our color chart with today's 5 characters. 少 调 招 照 and 标. Here's a summary of today's lesson. 1. Today's 5 characters are all based on 照, depicting the ritual of attracting one's ancestral spirits using the scent of wine. When that ritual was lost to time, 照expressed the idea of attracting, summoning, greeting, or welcoming a person or thing. 2. 少, with the silk radical, originally meant the splicing of broken strands of silk into a single thread, which was borrowed as a metaphor for the making and continuation of new friendships. Today it's usually found in the phrase 介绍, meaning to introduce or recommend. 3. First tone, 招, is composed of the sun radical plus 照, and means bright, obvious, or as a verb, to show or display. It was introduced because it's the basis for 照 with the four-dot fire reticle, a character much more common in colloquial Mandarin. 4. Fourth tone 照, containing the fire reticle, originally meant to illuminate by the light of a flaming torch. From this basic idea developed many new uses, such as to photograph, 照相, or 拍照, to look after, 观照, to pattern after, 照样, and a driving license, 驾照. 5. Second tone 调 is made up of the movement reticle with 照 phonetic. It's mainly found in the idiom 千里迢迢, meaning far away. 6. The final character was first tone 雕 with the feline reticle, a generic term for animals in the weasel family, from minks to ferrets. Now you will find a short quiz on double, triple character, and longer expressions. Answer using only the characters learned so far. Thank you for watching and listening.